buckle up for this blazing fast way to memorize the basics of the coagulation cascade. Grab a pencil and a piece of paper, write this out, and you will be golden. The pattern of the coagulation cascade is not that hard once you get the basics. Memorize these factors in this order: 12, 11, 9, tricky, 10, 2, 1. Make a second column of the same numbers. On the right, we have factors 13, 5, and 8. On the left is factor 7. A way to remember this is we have factors 1, 2, we need a 3, our 3 is in factor 13 down here. 10 divided by 2 equals 5, and then simply 7, 8, 9, 10, all in a clump in the middle. Here we have some terminology. The numbers are the coagulation factors, usually in Roman numerals. Don't get tripped up because of that. At the bottom here is TF, tissue factor, which factor 7 requires. VWF is von Willebrand factor, which factor 8 requires. The A stands for activated, which is all of these guys right here. Activated means that it can now do its job, and most of them are activated by a factor further up. That's why it's called a cascade. Mind equals blown. Here are the two different coagulation pathways, intrinsic and extrinsic, and they come together in the common pathway. The goal of all this craziness is to make a fibrin mesh, aka a blood clot, so you don't bleed out everywhere. Alright, what we have all been waiting for, how this whole thing comes together. Remember, it's a cascade, so it's almost like a waterfall. Previous factors activate factors further down the line. Intrinsic pathway, things like activated platelets, basement membrane of injured endothelial cells, a negative charge glass bead in a test tube, all of these things activate factor 12. Factor 12 starts the cascade all the way down to the end goal of a fibrin mesh clot. The extrinsic pathway, tissue factor combines with factor 7A, and that activates factor 10. So what about these other guys over here? We have 13, 5, and 8. I'm glad you asked. Thrombin, aka factor 2A. It activates way more than just fibrinogen. It turns on factor 5 to help convert more of itself, factor 8 to convert more of factor 10. It also comes around town and activates factor 11 way up here. It also comes down here to activate factor 13 because, why not? Factor 13 is not extra large like this says, though it is the biggest numerical value. XL stands for cross-linking, right here, cross-linking, meaning it cross-links fibrin monomers to make the clot stronger. Here's a mnemonic if you want to use it. Thrombin works 8 to 5 with a break at 11 on the 13th floor. One last thing, these orange boxes around 7, 9, 10, and 2, all of these factors require vitamin K, which is blocked by the blood thinner warfarin. And here's a nifty mnemonic for you. 7 canines tend to bark. Factors 7, 9, 10, 2, all require vitamin K. Well, that's all I have for you folks. There is a lot more stuff involved here, but this should give you the basics. Have a great day and good luck.